Ryan here from the Recon Group. Well, Ryan, the real estate market has been booming, going crazy over the last 12 months, leaving a lot of people with questions as to why it's going so crazy. But the more important thing that's on people's minds is what is going to happen? What do the next 12 months look like for the real estate market here in Arizona? Is it still a good time to sell? And is it a good time to buy?
Well, we don't have a crystal ball, but
we dropped that on the way in from the parking lot.
Unfortunately, but we can use what the past has taught us to try to predict a little bit of what's going on in the future. And while we've seen just so much activity that's been happening over the past 18 months, I mean, we've been seeing some crazy terms and conditions thrown out there where people are waiving appraisals and doing no inspections and all these things that are really putting the seller in the driver's seat and the buyer in the way back seat. So we're hoping to start seeing that change a little bit towards a more balanced market, and we're starting to see some market indicators that are showing as such. We're starting to see, instead of 30 offers on the table, there's more like 20. And we're seeing that if people aren't really pricing their homes well, if they're not showing their homes well and marketing them, if they don't have the availability there, then they do sit on the market if they're not doing those right things. So that's what we're starting to see, and actually, it's a good thing.
It is a good thing. And as we head towards a more of a balanced market, we're hearing a lot of terms and people throwing out the term market correction. And so it's very important to be very clear of exactly what that means. When we get to a balanced market and we are heading in that direction, which means home prices are not going to drop. No one anticipates home prices dropping. We're just anticipating that the appreciation is not going to go up as much. And when we hit a balanced market, appreciation should equal to what the inflation rate is, which is about 5%. So if you've thought about buying and you're waiting for the market to drop, I'm telling you, it's not going to drop. There is nothing out there that suggests it's going to drop. It's still a great time to buy. It's just not going to be as competitive, which is a good thing for you. And then when it comes down to sellers, if you're wanting to take advantage of the frenzy before we hit a balanced market, I would get your house on the market now.
For sure. There's also a couple other things to take note of. We don't anticipate interest rates to drop again, or pretty much ever, or for a very, very long time. So I know that the Fed said that it was going to be a while before they started to increase them again, but we're anticipating that they're going to increase a little bit sooner rather than later. There's on the rental market, things are starting to balance out a little bit more over there as well. So it's starting to make more sense for renters to rent rather than to buy, whereas before it was cheaper for them to own rather than to lease. So there's just a couple other things that are going on in addition to buyer fatigue. There's a lot of buyers that they're done writing 20 offers out there, and so they're just throwing in their hat and saying, I'm done, or throwing in the towel saying I'm done with it. So just a couple of things. That's what's going on with the market. There's really nothing to panic about. Really, we're excited to see something that's a little bit more stabilized, where we can see some real homeowners having opportunities to buy homes, and so yeah, overall we're pretty happy with where the market's going.
So the moral to the story is, if you'd like some more information about not only what your house is worth, but the options of what you have, whether turning it into an income producing property or just putting it on the market and wanting a clear indication of what your house would go for, and or you're a buyer, you're ready to jump back into the game and take advantage of the low interest rates, our email address is right at the bottom of the screen. Feel free to reach out to us, and one of our real estate wealth managers will be in contact.
Thank you so much.